Aufnahme starten. So, da sind wir.
Mixed Stream.
Genau, kommt direkt live jetzt wohin. Okay, jetzt schauen wir uns an das Spiel aus der dritten Gruppenphase in Berlin. Mecan Hydre gegen FF. War die dritte Gruppenphase? Ja, genau.
Wir wurden explizit gebeten, das auf Englisch zu machen.
I do remember. I do. Um, yeah. So the way to this game was on FF's side. We started in the first group, ended up second, beating Beast Pirates and Leipziger Partyhände, losing to Rigor. Then we ended in a group of second place teams with Schergen and Ozonenkinder, the new team from Jena, which we had one win and one loss, and by unfortunate accidents of Ozonenkinder winning against Schergen, placed third in the group. So we went to the third group phase with Blue Fangs and Mecan Hydre. Mecan Hydre came there from the lower part because they placed fourth in the first group against Munich Monks, Ozonenkinder and Schatten, and won their second group against Jagermäuse Jena and Partyhände from Leipzig. So them being a winner of the groups of the fourth placed and we being a loser of the groups of the second placed, we ended up with Blue Fangs being second placed of the third ones, and this is the group. The game mode is 1 set to 8. Blue Fangs are the referees, and let's dive into the game. Did you watch before?
No.
No. Okay, Svenja, you did watch the game before?
I did watch it, but it was low quality and via train Wi-Fi, so
Okay, so you semi-watched it.
yeah, I figured out the lines on our side, and the rest was just like skimming through because
Okay.
it was really bad.
Okay. I would like to try watching it in 0.75 speed. Think it could make things easier. Just gonna try it this time and we'll see if it gives us any benefit. So we see Mecan Hydre starting from the left side and FF starting from the right side, and we see Flo and Pit on the left side, Mile right side inner, and Svenja outer position. And we see Emmerich, the chain, on their number 1 outside, pushing very hard for the jug from the outside position. Dodo and Lizou in the middle, and I always forget her name, the shield player girl. I know it. I just always forget it. Sorry. Is playing on the right side. Game plan from ours was I don't know if it was planned from the first point on. I think Flo was trying to apply pressure. And yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah, Mecan Hydre chain is shooting to the middle. Mile gets the 8. In the meantime, Flo is winning his duel on 1. So Mile is down for 5. And Dodo is down for 8. No, Mile is down for 8. Dodo is down for 5 from Svenja. And Lizou and Pit are still bound in the middle. Svenja is about to punish the chain. Flo won his duel, so it's basically we have jug possession and it's 3 of ours standing against a basically dead chain and Lizou in the middle, and Flo is approaching the runner. Okay, chain took a little while. Chain didn't get hit from Flo.
Didn't?
Looks like Svenja doesn't hit. Flo doesn't hit. Maybe a glitch. But doesn't matter because Pit is there.
Hit. The Pit hit.
Yeah. And Lizou takes the direct way to the mount to save the point, because she knows she's the last one standing in that situation. And Melis applies pressure on the left side, which is the side where we won the first duel. So good way away from the chain and applying pressure.
I mean, technically not away from the chain since like within 2 meters of her, but yes.
Yeah, but like the chain started on the totally other side of the field, and Flo is chasing the runner because he did not hit before. Okay. Yeah, this is a very clear point, and I think partly I'm not sure if the people just hesitated on hitting the chain. I don't know.
I don't remember specifically this situation, but I was that close.
I think at least Flo should have at some point hit him, because he could let you go for the runner, like here.
Yeah. We both like tried to hit him.
Wait here. Yeah.
I don't think I would have switched to the runner if I wouldn't have been sure to hit the chain.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I assumed Flo would have hit him.
Yeah.
And then switched over.
Yeah.
Just because I could tell that Flo was not going for the runner, but I don't know.
What we could have done better, for sure, is the 2 versus 1 on the mount. Svenja stays to pin the first person being hit, which is an okay-ish trade. Pit is coming.
I didn't really intend to pin the first person. I think I reacted to the chain more than I wanted to actually pin there. But Pit was there anyway, so.
Exactly, and now Flo is applying pressure to the mount with just Melis. And Lizou is in a very bad situation here because she's already locked in the duel, whilst Melis is running directly next to her. So if she would have stepped back a little further instead of engaging in the duel with Flo, this would not be a safe point as it was now. And I think Dodo would come up after 5 and Mile has 8. So our chain would be pinned and we would have a totally different situation. So either Pit takes your pin and you go, or you stay there and tell Pit to go help, and Flo has to wait. Flo doesn't have to wait if he's absolutely sure to win the duel. Maybe he is in this situation.
No one should ever be.
You can be. Sometimes you just know. And if you don't, then it's your team's to blame you. But he won it, so
yeah,
works.
It would have been there just in case.
Yeah, but Pit was there too late, so.
Yes, and Flo was there too early, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, we see switched positions on both sides.
I switched with Pit, so Pit could play with Mal.
Pit on the outside against chain, Svenja in the middle.
Yes.
And Dodo reacted with Lizou. So Lizou is next to the chain now, and Dodo is on the Mecan Hydre sides 3. Adri is running. And Adri gets the jug. I think
at this point I should just forsake Melis because she's down anyways and stop engaging.
Mile gets the 8. Melis gets the 5. And opponent's runner has the jug. Pit punishes the chain for 5. And Svenja gets hit by Dodo. Mecan Hydre runner is down.
I think he was hit by Mile after Mile was hit.
Could be. Could be something like a double as well. Okay, Flo.
If you go back a bit, we can check, but
it could maybe
Mile
be a
is-
double. Like the chain hits Mile, Mile hits the runner. Same. Either way, all of FF line is down except for Flo, who is winning his duel. And then there is my
he
call.
technically has.
Flo, last one, he has to take care of the jug. Flo doubles. And Melis scores. This is only possible because we have the 5 on 8 trade in the middle. We lost nearly everything in the line, right? So you remember, every one of us is down except for Flo. And their runner has the jug, but also 8 stones. And Melis has 5. So now, what Mecan Hydre has to do is take a very, very close watch on Melis. They could just... Lizu doesn't have to go there to do something with Flo. She could just pin Mile and take an eye on Svenja. Dodo can pin Pit or switch, vice versa, whatever. And their chain can come up because their chain has 5 from Pit, right? So is the first to come up, and then they can build a new game with their runner and the chain against Flo, who might be in jug possession then. But still a very good situation for Mecan Hydre. What they do instead is trying to pin somewhere where they can prioritize the pins. So Mile is for them the biggest threat, or at least I think so. And Dodo decides to pin Mile, even if Mile has 8 stones, so more stones to sit than Svenja does, and more stones than Pit does. So if Dodo would just pin Svenja, which is counterintuitive because he hit Svenja and he knows he doesn't have to pin the person he just hit, it would still be the better decision because he would be closer to Melis, and if Melis comes up once, he can give her another 5 stones, which would just buy enough time for his chain to come up and his runner to come up. Because Flo listens to my call of controlling the jug and also has a very, very good duel against Lizu once again, maybe he just knows what to do. He defends his pin and the jug and wins the duel against the Q-tip. Melis gets up. Dodo reacts too slow or doesn't even react at all because is too invested in the double pin situation. Melis can simply grab the jug and the chain is coming up and decides for the wrong shot. So it doesn't matter if Flo is up or not in this situation, because he should know Melis is about to grab the jug and on the direct way to score. So he can just let Flo be Flo and hit Melis instead, because this is an immediate threat for a point. Here. And from that point on, it's pretty done. It's very clear he cannot recover that shot in that time to reach Melis. So this is a classic situation, I would say. This 5-on-8 trade in the middle, and this is where you would have to take a lot more care for the runner without the jug. Super counterintuitive. Normally you would say, okay, there is a runner with no jug, it's no threat at all. But because the jug is not in Mecan Hydre's possession, but free, it is still a threat because the jug is directly in the way between Melis and the mount, so she can score basically for free. And here Pitt decides to do whatever. It doesn't really matter because maybe he knows that the point is just through.
Either way, he's, as you might be able to tell, freeing me and Mile. So even if the chain would have decided to shoot Melis, we would have still been free on a chain and a runner.
The shield is up and the Q-tip
and the shield
could be coming up again. Okay. Next turn, we see the same line on our side and switched persons and positions on Mecan Hydre's side. There is a double shield side on their left side. Lizu is playing number 3 again and Dodo is on the chain. Maybe Emmerich gave up after 2 turns. Yeah, let's see.
Maybe they just wanted to switch it up.
Yeah, maybe as well. 2 turns for a chain is not the worst. Melis gets hit in the middle instantly. 5 stones again. Luca is the runner. And their number 1 player, the shield, whose name I forgot. I'm so ashamed. Is falling back behind the line very, very hard. And Mile is on 3 using that not option of punishment to shoot on Romain, who is on the ground, and maybe hit for 8. Meanwhile, Flo is offering himself up, volunteers as an 8-stone sitting person, because how in the world would you block a chain with your shield over your head? So here you already see Flo's positioning is very, very bad. He's stepping in whilst already being in a very, very short range to the chain. And then he recognizes and wants to get his feet out of the way. And then he's just a ballerina and gets hit. Meanwhile, Svenja in the middle.
I also lose my duel. And
loses the duel.
Mile and Pitt are just overwhelmed by...
And everyone's falling. Pitt kicks Mile.
Literally.
Yeah, so I would say...
Very bad job on our part.
What lost us the point was that we did not give them... Like, their left side, Romain and the girl whose name I forgot, gave us a little space. Romain then pushed and lost. Good for us. Meanwhile, on the other side, our players, Flo and Svenja, did not give the chain room not to hit anyone. Standing very close. Luca is still far away from the jug and Mile would be up here. Right, so Mile is not hit. Pitt is not hit, so we have a 4 on 3. And in that situation, just let Mile recover once, because Romain is down for 8. So we have like 8 stones time to do something. And if Flo would not be in the close range here, just stand somewhere a little more backwards, we would simply not die that fast, and then we could do something, right? Because Lisu in the middle is pushing very hard on Svenja. Mile could punish that. And then still the jug is in our half. Melis has 5 stones and is coming up before Romain. So yeah, something could happen. But it's clear thing. Pit just tried to defend and then stepped on Mile. Yeah. Everything changed once Luca was a runner. Or something like that. Okay. We see same people on Mecan Hydre's side. Switched positions and persons on FF side. Joel is running, Melis is playing in the middle, Manu anti-chain on 1, and Mile is on the outside again. So what we see is Pit playing the jug. Melis lost her duel very, very fast. Dodo is pushing very, very, very deep. And jug is in the middle. Joel can't reach it.
But still goes up for, goes down for 5.
Yeah, Joel goes down voluntarily. In this situation, when the jug is here, Joel and Pit have all the time together. Because it's a one-on-one here and a one-on-one there. And they are closer to the jug, right? So they can play together. Joel has to bait, but doesn't have to go down. Her positioning is not good. It's still very front heavy. And she tries to go back somehow, but no good options for her to step aside or to step back anyway.
She sort of seems surprised by
Now that's just her movement.
actually. Okay.
She just moves like that. She should know. And she should move more sideways so she can turn. And once Lisu tries to hit her, Pit has to go in instantly. Which he does. But Joel's still down for 5.
Pit down for 8.
Huh? Yeah.
I think Pit just got hit by the chain.
Pit got down for 8, yeah. But Melis is coming up there soon. I hit the chain. And I see Luca. And I know the jug is in the middle. So after hitting Dodo, I instantly turn for Luca. And now Melis is up again. I secure the jug. Because Lisu and Joel went down nearly the same time. So there would be like 1 stone something. And now Joel needs to decide what to do. The chain is down for 5. 2 or 3 stones ago. And she has the option to go over the right side because Luca is down like maybe 1 or 2 stones ago. And the shield has 8 stones. So her way should be more over our right side to avoid getting hit by Dodo instantly. She chooses to go to the middle and loses the jug instantly. So now it's a 2-on-2. We have 2 pins. Pit decides to switch and Dodo reacts immediately very good situation, because here Dodo sees Pit going back, so now it's a 2-on-1 of them against Mile. I abandon Mile because I already see the duel as lost. Melis is coming from the back. I hit Luca, and the jug is behind Mile, somewhere in the back of our field half. Melis punishes Lizu, so new 5 stones for her. Melis punishes the chain. Pit loses the duel to the shield in the backside, trying to free the jug. Joel goes anywhere. Okay, so here the plan I had was Melis taking the pin here and Joel just waiting. So who is it? Romain would not be intrigued hitting a runner without a jug. If Melis pulls back Romain, I can take the jug from here and play it all the way through to here, where Joel is standing right now, right? Joel decides not to wait, because she wants to get the jug on her own, out of the range of the shield player on this side. I don't know why she decides to do this. So I play the jug, and Joel is nowhere in reach of the jug. Melis is nowhere in reach of that pin I thought she would take. So Lizu is standing up again, and Joel has 5 stones once more. Melis wins against the shield on the outside position, which frees Mile again. And now we have 4 of Mecan Hydre standing against 4 of us. So we are basically once again in the first phase of the game. Melis loses her duel instantly. Pit is down from the chain, and Mile punishes Dodo for that. Melis loses another duel instantly. Pit takes my pin. Romain won against Miles. So now we have 2 pins from Mecan Hydre, 1 pin from us, and Lizu and me being free to duel, while Lucas still has the jug. So I tell okay, my idea was, I saw Lucas standing behind. I knew I could win the duel pretty safe, because I saw her playing before and everything. So I put my block, hit, and then I instantly decided to go for Luca, and Joel goes way back, which is
Would probably be preferable if he would have been like behind you for the duel with Lizu and then continued to run to the front.
She could mirror Luca.
And
Like he was here. Joel is down. And once she gets up, she can decide to mirror him. But she has no vision on the field whatsoever. So she doesn't know what happens, because she just turns back. Which is not the best decision, because by turning the back to the field, she has no information and cannot adapt immediately, but needs many stones to adapt. Luca throws the jug close to his pin. Joel didn't recognize yet. 1, to now. She's coming along. Decides to take the other direction. And now this is a very bad decision from Mecan Hydre, because they already
they basically decided to let Joel go through unpunished. I mean, she was right in between their two pins, and now
Yes.
she's behind their backs,
And
basically.
we already had the situation, duel Manu against Lizu. And now they give us another opportunity to play that with an advantage on the duel for me, because I have a runner with Jug. So Pit is doing funny things behind here to just pull attention, right? So they just both look at Pit, who pins the chain and will never let go, right?
Yeah.
So they are basically just out of the game. And now she sees the base is under attack and decides to go back, but didn't tell her teammate that she was coming, because she was still going into the duel with me instead of waiting. I hit both players. Get the Jug to my pin. Another point. Very much chaos, very little communication on both sides, I'd say.
Yeah. We couldn't should have picked this one better.
Yeah. Here? No, wait.
There was a very long point.
Very long. I wait for the situation with Joel and Pit. It could have been a point quite early if Pit and Joel played together in this situation. So Joel would not go down.
Yeah.
Maybe she doesn't value her life as much as I do. Okay, because if Joel would be up here, Pit has a free hit, and then they can play a 2 versus 1 with a quick, with a Jug against a shield player and a defending runner. Okay?
And they even would have had Mile with them.
Exactly. No, Romain is still up. Never mind.
Yeah, but Mile shoots Romain now.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So if Joel would not go down on here, Pit and Joel could turn to the front immediately, and even if Dodo shoots at them, which he
They would
does,
have run.
I can still punish him. Situation would be much easier, much faster. And also, Melis is losing many duels in this turn. I think she won 1 time and lost like 4 times very fast. 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Which might be caused by her not playing Pomfret before in that game. Yeah. Let's see what happens next. Same turn. So it's 3-on-1 for us now. And we play a totally switched line. So there is a big cross something. Okay.
You decided that you would hunt the chain, I think.
And the chain is standing behind Dodo. So
Yeah.
Dodo is playing stuff again. And Dodo is switching to our chain.
Yes.
Melis and Pit play the left side now. Very central left side. And Dodo is cutting the room for Romain and the chain. Here. They are basically here in the line, and Dodo is somewhere doing something. Going down. Yeah. Well. Mile dodges the shot and hits the chain. Melis loses her duel very fast again. Pit can punish that. And now they still have the jug. Okay?
We have no chain because the chain is wrapped around their
wrapped
chain.
somewhere, yeah. Their quick throws the jug for Dodo, which is the first to come up, but also has 8 stones, so is a very pleasant pin for me.
He wouldn't have been the first to come up. I think Lisu had 5 only in the middle, and since Melis just got up and Pit directly punished the duel, I think Lisu has like 1 stone left.
You're right. But there is also a living chain, and Melis just stood
Yeah.
up. So
I mean, living is a very strong term in this case, but yeah.
Yeah.
Not living.
Not anymore.
It's like a fish on land.
Yeah.
Why is my luck?
Maybe because Romain charged?
No, you hit Romain in the back probably.
Ah, did I? Ooh.
I think you did.
Ah,
yeah,
yes
yeah.
I did. Oh, saved my chain once more. Duty. Okay. Still, the direction Romain is choosing here is a little dangerous.
Yeah.
Because if he would not stop, he would go maybe on the, from his point of view, right side, where Lisu is sitting and Melis is standing. So collision potential is still there, and so he.
I mean, both of them collide anyway, so Mile kind of buffers that, but she shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, but he could just decide to go from his point of view
tackle Lisu
on the left side, because he has his sword on the right hand, shield on the left hand. So going from his point of view on the left side is even easier because he can hit outside.
Yeah.
And just go through. Also, he doesn't have to go into the pin of Melis directly. So he can just go there, use Mile as a meat shield against Melis, because she would maybe attack him. And then he can sort out what to do and maybe attack Melis. Yeah. But he got punished in the back, so doesn't matter at all. Joel threw the jug. Ah, no. We switched back. Okay. Joel is waiting behind. Yeah. I don't know. Is speed something we can criticize?
I think she reacted as soon as she was sure that she would not run into a person standing up. Like she starts now. Luca just threw the jug. Yeah. Pit is also after the jug, claiming the pin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's standing from my point of view, a
Far back,
little too much outside of the game. Because even if someone from the middle would come to hunt her, she should be able, if she's like somewhere here, like in the middle between jug and mount, she should be able to outrun that person. And maybe that's because of the lower video speed.
It looks even slower, you mean?
Yeah, but
She's not so slow.
it still doesn't look like she's
What are you
trying to
doing?
do full speed. So
The
Joel,
Jack was outside the field for a short period, so maybe she's just emotionally compensating for that.
it was directly in front of the referee, so
Yeah. The referee was also like holding it, but yeah.
yeah. But still, she could try to be a little closer. She could try to go a little faster and pick the jug up with less motion of her body, upper body, and more motion of her legs, like upper legs. Like to go down, not by bending her body, but by bending her legs and grabbing from the side.
Yeah.
And then she could just go full speed.
Like this.
No, like what she did after the runner came up. You can see
I can, yes.
there is a development of speed, but
Yes, it is.
she plays it a little too sure for the runner who only has 5 stones, and then defends. She goes away from the runner. Dodo is trying to punish her. She has the immediate call where to throw the jug, because we have pins here. And if she plays it, if she just throws the jug to me, I can still play the jug to Melis or somewhere.
Vas-y, vas-y Adrien, vas-y. 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 Non, reviens.
And Dodo has 8 stones. And Joel still chooses not to go full speed.
Oh no, oh no. Did you just see that?
What?
Look a pit. Go a bit
What did
back
he
and
do?
look a pit. He was baiting.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And she knew it, and he knew she knew
She did,
it.
It wasn't the first time either.
Yeah.
He did that twice this point, and I think Mattis and me switched him out immediately after that.
Why?
Because the first time he lost. He
I didn't see
baited like in the front part. It's been a while since then.
Here?
It might also be next point.
Here?
Yes, here I think. Maybe.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh, crazy.
And-
okay. That would have totally changed the point. Because
Yes,
then,
it would.
okay, then Mal would just
Exactly.
be up here, Dodo would be pinned,
Yes.
and Joel and Mal could go. Okay, I did not recognize that. Pit, you
I
are a
only
very
remember
bad
this
person.
We actually pulled him out for this and told him he should stop.
It's
Yes,
a
it
good
worked
thing if you do it
easily.
in the back of someone who's not able
Yes,
to
if
see
they don't
you,
notice you.
and you sneak
But
up
if
like
you,
Max,
like,
and then the person sits up and
consciously,
you
like if you consciously like stop pinning and then start baiting, and the people are like looking at you and are like, okay, I mean, I guess I'll just win this.
yeah, very
I mean, he
bad.
did get his position freed up by basically reapplying 5 stones to Lisu to just go like forwards. But
would be-
oh boy,
It would be even more dangerous if Joel would still be there, because then Dodo could
yes.
take an instant turn on Joel, and then everything would
When
be
does he
totally
start?
different.
Joel was within 5 meters,
Yeah,
probably even within 3.
exactly. So Joel tries to throw the jug, but still has no precision in her throwing arm. So the jug lands somewhere 3 to 5, 6 something
Yeah.
meters away
Vas-y, Adrien,
and
vas-y.
rolls to the back. Melis manages to do the double pin once. And now
And then Pit joins.
Pit is coming up. And here Pit could just take Melis
Yes.
to go, and he takes her pin. Because Melis is head in the game. Melis knows Lisu is down for whatever. Melis should know where the jug is. And Pit...
She could just go get the jug and still pin Lisu because she just
Exactly.
hit Lisu for 5.
And she has the way better option to go for the jug. Pit could just pin Romain. But he decides to go through the middle.
And he even goes and hits the runner, even though Mal is still standing, and he could just like play it safe, either get the jug or take the pin. He's not alone in this.
Yeah. What I think is good is that he goes into the way
Cuts
for
off
the runner.
Yes.
Because so he has to slow down. If he would not have to slow down, he could just try to grab and run.
Still, Pit could just like, at this position right now, the runner already stopped.
Yes.
He already took the step to just stop within his path, and he could just, Pit could just turn to his left and get the jug, play it to Melis.
Doesn't need to.
Take the pin.
Doesn't need to. He can just take the pin because the runner is going to get 8 stones and Joel is already counted through. There she is. Once again, there's so much to criticize. I don't know if I want to do it.
Criticize about us.
About Joel.
Yeah.
She takes the jug with her left hand in this situation. Which makes
all choices.
Which makes her body turn, and she does not overstep the jug. So if she would like to take the jug with her left hand, she should overstep the jug. So she could step out, lean down, take the jug, and step out again. I don't know. Yeah, maybe we should practice taking the jug, placing the jug more often. Maybe we should.
We just did that in training here.
Yeah, well, good for you. Sad for Joel that she was not in Vienna. And what we see here is another instance of why I criticize it. It's not because I want to criticize Joel. It's because it takes out speed. And Dodo has 8 stones, but Dodo has only 8 stones. So that's the amount of time she gets to come from here, get the jug, and score. Because if Dodo would manage to block the chain here, by no means this would be a
endangered.
Point.
Yeah.
Exactly. And once again, also the scoring move involves a very big hook, which would not be necessary because this is like,
I think she just did the hook because Dodo was still standing, but still.
Which would not be necessary if she would be there 1 or 2 stones earlier.
Yeah.
Which would also not be necessary if Pit took the pin from Melis and Melis could have played the jug, right?
Or if Pit didn't go down before and Dodo wouldn't have been up and she could have just scored.
Would have, could have, bicycle chain. Something like that. Okay, so now it's 4-on-1. Half of the game is done.
That's not technically true.
From our point of view, half of the game is done and the video is at 3:44 of 9.
Yeah, but just because there was this one long point.
Okay. Bring the action. Sorry.
All good.
So, next point. Half of the game is done. And we see switched positions and switched people on FF side.
Yeah, I went in to switch out pits.
As a social punishment
As a punishment, yes.
or as a player punishment?
Yes.
Okay. Flo on the...
If you bring your personal choices onto the field, I think you deserve punishment either way.
Okay. So Flo on the outside...
He was doing it in good
straightedge.
fun though. He didn't mean to troll, he just... Yeah.
Okay. He thought it was a legit act.
Yes, he did.
Okay. Manu on the outside 4 and chains are on clash in the middle. Joel is far behind the line and their runner gets 8 stones from Mile. Their chain pushes Mile. Mile has 8 stones.
The chain has 5.
Mile has 8.
Yeah, and the other chain
and the
has
chain
5.
has 5. Yeah. Did I say 8? I'm stupid. So I punish the chain. Svenja punishes the chain. And here...
I punished the chain. I think we punished the chain.
I think both of us hit him.
Yes.
And here, I think Dodo should be down from you. But
I am not sure.
no.
I had a very awkward angle.
I think he should be down, not he was down and did not recognize the hit. Because I thought you will go in and hit him because I just blocked his stuff way outside.
Yes, you also cut my path and I had to go through your pumper, if I remember correctly.
So
Your body was not in my way, but your pumper was.
Just run through.
Yeah, I don't like counting stones.
I would always let one hand go. Always, trust me.
Trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro. So, chains down, jug with them, Flo wins, and takes
I
out
lost.
Romain and has the jug with him. Svenja loses to Dodo. Yeah, I think full speed is actually better than the slower. And now, because Flo is winning duel after duel...
Wasn't this his first duel?
No, he won against Lizou and against Romain.
Ah, yes.
So he cleared the
And-
left side on his own, basically.
I'm very confused on what Joel is doing at the moment.
Yeah, she was confused as well. Because the jug is with Flo, so the safe path would be behind
Yes.
my ass, go for the jug, which is at Flo's, and then she could step back again because Romain is standing up and the runner is also standing up somewhat soon-ish. And if she would push, it would be dangerous because in the free field of their half, she is alone because we won't let go of our pins. Dodo has the priority pin on the chain, so he would more likely not let go as well. And if you manage to stand up again, so if Joel is with Svenja, Svenja can exchange for any of the pins or go with Joel for the duel in the front.
In this case, she could have. I think we have about the same amount of stones, like ±2 or so. And if we could have, either I switched out with you and you went with her to take Lizou's pin, while Flo goes to the front and takes Romain, or she could just go with me behind your back. I take Flo's pin, and he again goes to the front, while Joel does not even have to stop, because I should be able to just claim the pin within 1 stone, while Flo is already getting a head start.
I would, if I was in your position, I would not go the way behind because if you go behind me, you lose any impact to the game. If you go the other way around, you pull Dodo's attention, which would give me the opportunity to punish Dodo in the back. Option. I don't say it will happen, but could happen.
It's pretty far for just one stone since you're pinning the chain.
No, it's okay. If you go this way,
I mean,
he
if
has
I
to go.
push him
He
back
has
a
to.
bit, yes.
He has to step back, right? So he steps into
Yeah.
my range, and also by going this way, you force the runner and Romain to react on you. And if you go this way, they have basically no other option than to attack Flo. Joel chooses the worst way possible. I'm sorry to say so.
No, it's true.
Yeah, I'm still sorry, it hurts. And Svenja seizes the opportunity and gets Mile free again. So now
I could in
we
this
have,
situation just go forward, but since Mile gets up and will go forward, I can just take the pin and play it safe.
you can also take this 5 stones, but dangerous because Joel is still down. If Joel would have taken the right way, taking this pin would not be necessary, because even if Dodo would come up, I would still be there. I could switch, and he doesn't look like he's ready to swing and do a thing, right?
At this point in time, no.
Yeah. Maybe he is, and it doesn't look like, but if you look, if you watch this, Emmerich, always be ready with your chain. Always.
Sniper mode.
Sniper mode. And yeah, so taking the pin is a viable option because Joel is down. I would not like that pin to be a viable option in that moment, but we talked about that. So now Adri is doing quack pack dances for Mile, and Romain doesn't do a thing about it. So Adri basically danced for nothing. And now we have the pins, and Joel is coming up, takes the jug, has no hurries at all. You hear me counting the stones of the runner. You hear me calling Joel to go to the front. And now it's how do you call it? Zuschauer? Viewer?
Mm.
Spectator?
It's just
Spectator.
basically
Spectator?
the last person
Yeah.
standing, and we're just gonna
Yeah.
either win this or at least play it very safe since there's one duel.
Yeah. I don't
And
know
we
why
can
Joel
apply pressure
decides to
from
go
every side.
even more outside. If Romain goes this way, Joel could just turn on spot and go to the left side behind
Yes.
Mile. So Mile
Like
has
it
the
on-
option to go far more to the right side from her point of view and pull Romain out. By going more to the right side, Joel offers herself to Romain. If he turns back on Mile, just with the shield on the back, right? He just has to turtle and block or get out of the range. He can punish Joel. He does
Yeah.
hit Joel, but too late.
Yes, I'd say so too. But then the runner's up again,
Exactly.
still against the chain, but yeah.
Joel could have played it much safer by just taking the turn in the middle when Romain is approaching her. Like, he's approaching her super aggressively. Here. Here.
Yeah, he needs the runner.
He needs her. And if she does on spot turn, go this way. Not behind, not back to the right side, not back to us, not to the front on the right side, just spot turn straight to the left side and take the hook to the mount. Perfect situation for her. Okay, it's 5-on-1. So we see different matchups now. Chain and Dodo on the left side switch for the clash. And we have...
So at this point, they are actively hunting Mile with their chain.
Yeah.
To force the clash upon us.
Yeah. And Flo...
This is, by the way, the third point where they forced the clash on us.
Uh-huh. And won it, I think. They won the clashes.
Yes, but only because Mile decided to go for the runner.
Mm-hmm.
Winning only technically as in they traded 8 stones for Mile and 5 stones for their chain.
Yeah. So, after the game, I talked with the Mecan Hydre team, and their plan was to just stun or take out our most aggressive players. So Dodo takes me because he thinks he has like the best chances to take me out, and the chain takes out the chain because that's what you usually do if your anti-chain has no good options.
Issues.
And now they have Flo against them on the left side, once again in the duel with the shield, which he had won before few times.
But also I think he lost some before.
I think he won every duel against her.
He did?
I think so. He lost one in a pin situation.
Yes.
But like line duels, I think he won every. And Svenja next to the chain against Romain, who is reacting instead of applying pressure, because in this situation the two players on the Mecan Hydre's left hand side are not applying any pressure. Flo is isolated outside, and the shield girl is pulling him much more back, far more back to their side. So they have the jug, and now it's on Romain to initiate the duel against you with his runner. Because even if Flo is alive, if the runner
he's out of the game because it's so far away,
could just hit you, Mile immediately needs to swing on Romain, gets punished by the chain. I would punish the chain, and Dodo hits me. Then Dodo goes for the runner, and they immediately score. So if the runner goes here, and Romain goes here, I don't know, maybe he is afraid, maybe he...
maybe he'll do it.
So, yeah. They have the call. They are less than we are. Flo is winning 2 duels again. Chain is pulling out. Chain gets 8. Dodo hits me. And Melis is going to the mount to defend, which is not necessary because Mile is still there, already hit the runner.
Just
Melis,
in case Mile fumbles, it's good that she is there.
Exactly. And Melis has the jug with Mile, and I'm up again, trying to take the pin defensively against Dodo, who throws a full force blow, and I immediately lose again. He hit me 2 times in this turn, both times on the exact same spot on my knee, and that was kind of humiliating. I don't like losing duels. Doesn't happen that often.
Who does? Who does like losing duels?
The people that like being on their knees or something.
Mano.
I'm sorry. Yes, I am.
Don't lie.
they have 3 pins. No, they have not, because Dodo left the pin on Flo very, very bad to hit me. So Flo could immediately get up and punish Dodo.
I think Dodo was actually also punished by Mile. I don't know if she's counting 8 or 5 right now.
Who?
Dodo.
Dodo is attacked by multiple people. No, the chain attacked Roma in the back.
Oh, okay.
But now the chain is up and also again hit by Flo. Dodo 5, chain 5, Mile fighting Romain.
Male is 5. Mile being super tangled, me being a bit confused.
And
I
the
hit-
shield deciding to let you go and pin me.
Yes.
Jug is going to the back.
I-
Romain plays
yeah.
the jug to the back. And now the jug is immediate danger.
I think I didn't see the mob playing the jug. That was a mistake on my part.
Dodo throws himself to Flo here. Flo takes the runner pin. Dodo throws himself in, wins.
I tapped his back
He
at this
did
point.
not notice.
I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have just I clearly tap here,
Yes?
and I think I wouldn't have. I think I did.
I don't think so.
I then reacted to Miles screaming because that's usually a bad sign.
Yeah. Mile is crying. You should go and comfort her.
Yes, I should go and comfort her.
Yes. I
That's
don't think
one of
you
my
hit
top
Dodo.
priorities on the field. I
Actually,
might have not.
I don't
Since
think
Mile
so.
was screaming that loudly,
Yeah.
I think I just went for the runner, which was the worst threat, and then I just had
Here.
to. It's this chain duel.
And here, the chain is not ready, and Dodo is focused on the jug. So here, chain's not ready, now chain is ready.
Yeah.
And you could have taken all that time to just easily peasily hit
Do
him
something. Yes.
and then do something. Or just go down for 8
Yeah.
stones.
8.
This is what happens. Yeah, so
This is sad.
there is a lot of chaos in the front. Here, I should maybe not go for that pin. But wait for Mile.
Dodo bridged a lot of distance here.
Yeah. And also here, very good decision that she switched the pin to me. And Flo should here should not here. Flo should not interact with Romain at all. He should just take the pin on Dodo and take an eye on the runner.
Yes.
Because you could come up and Melis has 5 stones and the runner has, I think, 5 stones as well.
And the jug is still in there.
And the jug is with Romain on the other side. But if the runner is protected, like if their runner can't come up, this would be...
They cannot in any way score a point.
Oh no, it's not the runner. Who is it? Ah, it's the chain? No. Huh? Who is it?
It might actually be the chain, since Smile
Ah yeah,
is
this is the chain. Sorry.
tangled.
Yeah. The runner is behind. I'm sorry.
The runner is here at
Yeah.
the mount,
Yeah,
actually. That's why Mile was screaming so loud, because the jug was directly with the runner.
Yeah, but that would be your task to hit the runner
Yes.
and get the jug.
It's still my task, I still do it. It's just that the chain gets up, and
Exactly. And the chain could not get up if Flo decides to pin Dodo first.
yes.
But this is very, very much hitting and stabbing.
I should have just gone in there.
Yeah. Also that. So communication in chaos. We need to know where to go and where to pin. Therefore, Pitt and Joel should be with us. It's allowed in Germany to be in the enemy's opponents' half of the field.
Outside the field.
Outside the field, for sure. But to tell us what to pin and what to do. Okay. New lineup. It's Flo against the chain and Svenja
We switched
in
the
the
sides. We switched the sides, but it didn't go so well. Except that Mal just God moded everything.
Mile went down.
Yeah, but after she took out like 2 people.
Three.
Not technically, I think
the
the
chain
chain
sent
has
her
5.
The chain
Oh.
did some movement like this. So maybe Mile has 5 and the chain has 8.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, now it's on Flo. Because our mount is safe. We have 2 pins.
I think I remember this point. Oh no.
We will see what happened. But I will tell you what has to happen now. Or from my point of view, has to happen right now. Okay? So Romain has the pin on our chain. Once again, priority pin. He might not like to let it go. Svenja has the pin on Dodo. And Pitt has pin on the chain. So none of them is somehow motivated to go away. Because we still have our black belt runner in the back. And so there is basically no chance of them scoring. Right? Flo has the one-on-one duel against the shield, which we talked about earlier on. He has a very, very good chance of winning. But Flo decides to go into NPC mode right now.
Yes, he doesn't tell me that she's approaching from behind. I am adjusting my position so I can see the runner and my opponent in front of me, who I presumed was the only one I needed to worry about, since Flo had his duel and didn't call that he lost his duel. He now has my pin.
Nice block from Pitt.
Yes.
And whilst Luca is approaching on the back, Flo is actively defending the pin.
Yes.
Mile is down from Romain. Flo wins, punishes the chain. Okay, so now the situation is switched. Because Flo is winning duel after duel after duel. Okay. Svenja...
Which would not have even been necessary.
Yeah, should have. By all means. Entschuldigung. Entschuldigung.
Gesundheit.
Not been necessary. But still managed by Pitt and Flo. So Flo fucked up and he cleaned after himself. And Svenja has been downed once and is getting up first now. So can take a pin. And because our runner is down on the side, I tell Flo from the outside he should play the jug to the chain. Because this pin is not easily attackable by Dodo. Because he has to go through Flo.
It's also the pin that is the closest to the path Melis is gonna take.
And also that. So Pitt takes the jug to him. Luca is going to the back. Flo is getting a lot of panicked calls not to engage in that duel.
Yes.
Yeah, Flo is
And I
standing
think
defensively.
you called me to join Melis to the towards the mount, and Melis called me to please not join her to watch the mount.
Mm-hmm.
And I only heard you.
Yes, which is
Still
still
the safest
better.
route. And I know she might be able to do this, and
Yes, but no. If we can play it safe, we don't need to play it
yes.
like this, right? So she can win it. It will take time. It will take energy. And we need all the energy we have because there is still a second day coming. And yeah. And Luca is already grabbing Melis here.
Yes.
And he would take her out of the field.
He could possibly take her out of the field.
Pretty sure he would. Flo took your pin after you going.
It was also the safest choice for us to stop panicking, since we were all very, very worried about Flo and Dodo.
Which was not necessary. Flo was just mentally playing with Dodo by accident.
Yeah.
Also mentally playing with us.
Yeah, I prefer not to be mentally played with by my teammates.
Yeah, whatever you prefer. I kind of like the thrill or something.
I remember.
So, Jug is there. Well played by Melis and Svenja in the end. A little fucked up in the middle by Flo. And we can still... we didn't
I
watch
was
the
so
back
sad the
half.
first time I saw this in video.
So here... Pit goes for the help. And lets the chain come up. The chain is not ready to swing. He needs to prepare after standing up. Pit hits the runner. Jug is out. Chain swings. And there is a very, very beautiful jump from Pit now. Melis is down for 8. And Chain is down for 5.
Twice.
So basically what happened is Romain also decided in the same point why ever to let go.
Yeah. And Mile was ready.
Mile was so ready, but did maybe not hit.
She did not.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter in the end. Or it didn't matter that much.
Yeah.
It probably mattered.
Okay. The rest is what we already saw, but
Yeah.
we see same lineup for Mecan Hydre.
Also same lineup for us. But Joel is running now.
Instead of Melis.
Instead of Melis, yes.
Mile shoots once and Dodo is immediately going somewhere because
I am down by the chain, and Dodo is being left alone by Flo, who is trying to punish the chain.
which is
But
not,
Dodo for that
not
also
necessary.
punishes our chain.
And Pit. And they have the jug, so going out of the middle for Flo is the worst option
Yes.
possible, because if Hydre would be just a little more present, he could just run right through,
Yes.
call Dodo a taxi, and
Yes.
Dodo is down from Pit, okay. Did not see that coming.
Pit was ready to react, apparently.
I think Pit was,
Wrapped.
yeah.
I think Pit was wrapped, and also I'm not sure if she wasn't too late, but
Maybe he was just wrapped after he hit.
Or around his arm.
Could also be his arm.
I am
yeah.
not sure.
So
It looks a
Mile
bit
was-
like his arm.
Mile was down at that second for sure. Very good from, very well played from Pit at this moment.
Yes.
And the runner should have way more pressure here. He should feel like
I mean, he is holding the jug. I don't know why he is idling.
at this point, he should stop going back because the chain
Yes.
already shot. Will not shoot again
Yes.
on him. Dodo is coming,
And Flo is like with his back towards the middle.
and now
Pit is also pressured. There's a clear path in the middle.
at this
Only
point,
Joel is in his way.
he should,
Yes.
because then Pit needs to turn his back,
Yes.
and the
Yes.
shield player can hit him in the back basically for free. She is coming,
Yes.
but if it's like just Pit's back, she would maybe hit him, right?
Cours, Adrien, cours, Adrien. Cours.
Pit is down. Chain is up because Flo lost against the chain. And now he's putting the mount away and putting Joel away. After we
That did not
agreed
look
on-
super safe.
after we agreed on not pushing, did we agree?
We usually agree on not shoving. I don't think they went against that. I only know of one team that does not agree to us asking for not being shoved.
Did you read the mails from Leipzig?
I did read the mails from Leipzig. I am triggered and angry and sad.
Weniger als das Regelwerk ist nicht möglich.
Ist schon möglich, aber nur
Aber ist
Gentleman's
nur
Agreement.
Genau, Gentleman's Agreement. Also wenn jemand schubsen möchte, dann darf er auch schubsen. Nur halt nicht in Laufrichtung.
Na dann.
Dann kriegst du wieder einen Defibrillator.
Nice, ich freue mich.
Ich habe schon richtig Bock.
Ja. We will see. We will see. It did not look safe. I did not like it just
Yeah,
now. I didn't
it did
so
hurt.
much notice it during the game. But Joel looks not happy.
She wasn't. Okay, different situations. We still have the shield side on the right side of Mecan Hydre, but we have Lizou as a shield and Dodo as a shield and the chain in the middle. On FF side, Miles playing the left side with Melis and Pit and Manu on the right side. Joel is the quick and the chain is cross shooting on Mile very fast. Pit gets
And you're
punished.
just idling and a bit too far back.
Mile is a little too forward.
And you're a little too backward.
I'm on the outside position.
Yes. You do not have a chain in front of you, but you are playing
Yeah.
the distance for a chain, which enables your opponent, Dodo, to hit Pit and Melis in the back for free.
This is kind of curious because I did hit Romain. He did not hit me, but I got hit by Dodo. And the referee then decides for double between Romain and me. For what Dodo went down, but Romain did not.
Oh,
So and Dodo would be up here.
that's a curious trade.
That's kind of curious. Yeah.
Léna, recule.
Okay.
I mean, the chaos worked in our favor in the end, which is, I don't know. I
So
think
now-
with a mistake like that,
Pit is down from Dodo. Dodo is down from me. Jack is free. I pin Romain because he went down first. Pit hits the chain and Dodo. Ah, this is not the Jack. Oh. The Jack is
the jug is
behind. Okay.
in the front.
I
Yes.
thought it was
I
the
don't know
jug.
what
It
that
was
is.
a sword. I think it's
Ah, yes,
Zeus.
yes.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay,
short.
the runner has the jug. And Joel already turned her back on the situation again.
Léna, recule.
She could now see, yeah, she stopped.
Yeah, but like the positioning is still questionable.
If she has to run very fast, since the opponent has the jug and Mile is void, I don't know why she would be that, but yeah, I don't know.
Still, she's not going on a direct way to the mount. She's still taking a very big
Yes.
corner in her way. Yeah, looks kind of exhausted to me, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
hot. It was a
It
long
was-
day. It was the last game.
Yeah, it was for everyone.
Still.
So then,
I don't-
stamina and
I don't
focus.
usually need to. I don't usually need to run as much as a quick does.
But if you want to be a full-time quick, you have to have the stamina of a full-time quick.
I think she did not have stamina problems at this point. She's gonna run the next point as well.
Yeah, well, maybe that's not the point.
Just saying.
Yeah. We already complained about the speed and positionings earlier on in that game, which was the last game of the day, yes, but still.
Yes.
There was a lot of chaos, and Mecan Hydre traded in the middle, and they traded better than we did. And
Yes.
then there was dual
Weird
chaos.
situation with the double. Did Dodo really go down for your double call?
I think so, yes. No one else hit him.
Ah, yes.
I did not hit him.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I did not hit him.
Yes. It just looked timing-wise a bit
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I
But
did turn.
he clearly thought he was getting a call for you, or he
Yeah.
clearly went down for the duel with you.
Which
And I think he did not actually react to the ref call. I think he reacted to you
to me turning,
standing in the room
but I turned because
and
of
expecting
Roma's duel.
something.
Yeah.
But you expected something for the duel before.
Yeah, exactly. So
He
a lot of
just
chaos
sort of-
and
Yes.
yeah, shields are just trash.
Because I think the ref call came later after Dodo already was on the ground.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the chain also, once again, watch it. He gets up, not ready,
Yes.
punished by Pit.
It's a good rule of thumb to just always be ready to get up before you get up.
And to know where to go after you get up,
Yes.
before you get up.
Yes. Ideally.
Okay.
We have a new line, I think.
I think no. Pit is on
I
my
was
side.
not
Yeah.
in before.
Pit is on my side now. And Melis is out again. We
So I
have
went in for Melis since probably maybe Shuel even said that she needs to break after this one.
yeah.
I
And
don't know.
after in the last turn I was way behind the line. This time I'm not.
Mhm.
So you can see there is a very, very straight
Yes.
line. And Dodo
So incredibly straight.
is trying to initiate against the chain and
I
loses.
think he loses, yes.
And directly after that, their chain switches to the middle and runs on Pit. And does not get punished for that. Looked like for me, but did not. Mile hits the runner. And gets hit by Romain. After Romain won the duel against Svenja. Pit does a very stupid jump against the chain this time.
Yeah, he missed the timing. And now Joel
Joel
has a
gets
chain.
5. I get the chain. Svenja can take the pin. I manage to hit the runner, but get hit by Dodo at the same time. Svenja jumps into her duel and loses as well. Pin menu, pin menu. It sounds so funny. Headphones off? No mic? No here?
I think I'm back.
Yes, we hear.
You don't hear? Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
we do. Okay, so Dodo
It
wins.
just sort of disconnected.
Dodo wins two duels in a row. And now Pit is the last one to maybe get up.
Yes.
Joel is saving. And Dodo is winning again.
Yes.
No chance for Pit to do a thing. Yeah, okay. So basically, we lost... in the line, we lost one duel. Here. Outside. And Pit didn't manage to punish the chain behind our line. This was maybe the crucial point. He then decided to just run away from the chain. I don't know why. Maybe he thought he hit the chain.
He might have thought so, yes.
Yeah, because if he would just kept running, the chain would be down now.
He decided to get up there, re-engage, and then missed the timing.
And then it would be Joel, Pit, and me against Lizu and Romain, who would come later to join on in the duels. And the jug, this is the jug. This is not a sword, right?
I think the jug is still in the middle, yes.
Joel just run past the jug.
I think she was, I don't know, she was just probably getting out, trying to get out of there. But she could have also been behind you, which would have maybe probably been the safest spot. I think at this point I just... Yeah.
If you go jump, Svenja, you could just go dive as well, right?
Yeah, I could. Probably could.
But you have no arm sleeves, so maybe you could not.
I do have arm sleeves, I just did not bring them with me.
Yeah.
I didn't consciously think about Kunstphasen before. I do have arm sleeves.
Yeah. AT bullshit.
It was only my second time playing on this kind of turf.
Jena and this time.
Yes.
Yeah. Who needs to play
Next time I will come prepared.
Yeah. But the next turn is... I think Pit is out again. Yeah.
Yes, he is. He was replaced by
Flo.
you position-wise and by Flo player-wise.
Mm-hmm. Mile misses. Okay, so a lot of confusion in the line. I managed to block the chain hit. Svenja pushes Romain and then decides
Melis
to...
pushes Romain, to be honest.
Yeah, Melis pulls Romain's attention. Svenja decides to go away from the chain again. And decides to let herself get hit in the back.
Yeah, I collided with Melis and was a bit confused in that situation.
If you go this way once, decide and stay. Because then we have a safe side of pins, and Melis can throw the jug if she gets hit, because there is no safe option. If you go to the front right now, it would not change the outcome to a save point for us. So it's basically not
It
worth
wouldn't
it.
know.
You can just sell my ass and doesn't matter. Because Mile is
maybe I
coming
get
up
money.
again. And I think Dodo is not only speed-wise, but also situation-wise faster than you.
Yes.
So you will not get
He
to
was in a
punish
full
him.
sprint.
Hmm?
He was in full sprint when I already started.
Yes. And he did the turtle.
He was also ready with his shield on his back.
Yeah.
He saw me coming.
Exactly. And so you could have stayed in the pin with the chain.
I could and should have. I mean, I did punish the one shield player, I think, but that was... I didn't even do that. That was you.
No, that was me. And then you get hit by Dodo, who you chased before, because you turn your back on him, and then, yeah.
Yes.
Flo manages to hit the chain, and manages to hit Dodo as well.
And Mile is back finally.
Mile is back. So Flo and I have pins on Dodo and chain. Jug is somewhere.
Yeah, it's like in the middle of the field where Mile is running to.
Svenja takes my pin. I can go. Flo gets hit by Romain because he's not paying attention. There is no double pin situation in that moment, Flo. You don't have to watch Dodo that closely because I am not going away.
Yes.
Svenja is taking the pin, and you should always have an eye on your opponent. Flo is turning his back on Romain here.
Yes. And I just eat the chain, because why not?
I get Dodo. I get the chain. I have the runner.
And we score.
Yeah. So basically this point relied on Pomfen's strength once again. Like Flo did in some turns before. Here. Okay, the pin from Flo here. This is... From now on it's no longer needed. And now he could just place himself outside here.
Yes, yes.
And then everything would be safe. Because he could just switch for the runner and I could take his pin and would not have to run, right? Because if you take my pin...
You would not have to run. I mean, you could have walked since she doesn't have the jug. But...
Yeah, but the jug is free.
Yes, but Melis is there. Melis would have been there first.
Yeah.
It would have been enough for you to step into her path. But we're not minimizing efforts, so I think it's okay to run.
Minimizing effort, maximizing team play.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it would still be nice to maximize team play. I just still don't mean to minimize effort.
Okay. Overall takeaway from that game. Even though we lost the chain clashes or got our chain cross-shooted many turns, the chaos was still in our favor. So Mecan Hydre tried to force chaos upon us, and we basically said, haha, Uno reverse, chaos on you, and played the chaos better than they did.
Yes.
I think communication was little on both sides, but better on our side.
Since Flo is going to play again with us this weekend, I think I'd like to talk to him about communication specifically and about taking risks when pinning, since that seems to stress me out on field.
I think you don't have to stress yourself because...
I don't think so either. It's just if I see someone actively engaging in a duel on a pin that is not necessary and endangering us, I get stressed because I'm already thinking ahead of how to compensate for that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have to. I will probably not get to compensate either way because Flo is a good player.
Yeah, Flo is good.
Yes.
What Mecan Hydre could do a lot more if they have the jug possession, they could try to initiate something with the runner. I explained it in
I
one
did.
turn where they had a
Yes.
very, very easy open situation in the middle. Also, in other situations, if their runner has the jug, or they could,
You can apply pressure like a pumper.
yes. And also, if the runner does not get the jug immediately in the middle, they could take a delay on going on the jug, because they can take very, very much of the attention from the chain on the runner. So take the chain out of being a big pressure point in the duels if their runner is in the middle and trying to go for the jug, but not in reach of the chain. Yeah.
Yeah, none of the people were slow by any means, so I think they could have just
Easy.
put a lot more pressure on us.
Yeah. And in the last few turns there was a little confusion about outcomes of duels. Once Romain and me, once Dodo and the chain. I don't know if it would be necessary to repeat points, or if the ref calls were there and it would just be a problem of understanding or misunderstanding or whatever. Yeah.
Probably not easy, especially if your English is not that great and the ref's English is not
that great either.
I mean, the refs are used to giving quick calls probably, but the refs are usually not used to giving quick calls in English.
Yeah.
At least that's something I have experienced when reffing in English. I just get hung up on the wrong words for the call that I need.
Yeah.
And it takes at least, I think, a significant amount of time for me to adjust to a speed where my ref calls are accurate and on time and in the right language.
Yeah. All right.
And maybe even with the name.
Oh my god. And then there is a French name and you still have to pronounce the name, so the person...
Yes. And you get super embarrassed and everything is bad and you're like, oh God, please don't look at me.
Roman, go down. Who is that Roman?
Did that happen?
Huh?
Did that happen?
Did.
Oh no. That's so sad.
Yeah. Anyways, now we are a little bit smarter.
Yes.
Maybe.
You live and learn.
You live and learn. Do you have the statistics for that game?
I do have the statistics for the game. We had Flo had a pot of 67%. Shell was in there 50%. Mile did play the whole game.
Okay.
Anna, you had 58%. Matthias was only watching and I think joined late because he was showering. Melis had a quote. Yes, Matthias.
Aha, yeah, he
did not join on the field. He just joined the
he was
strategy
sick
stuff
the whole day, so he did not play.
Yes. Melis was at 75%, Pitt as well, and so was I.
Okay. Well, sounds about right.
It was fine. I mean, Schwell did cut it close with her 50%. That was not...
Yeah, but she was not in the right space, I think. Like there were
maybe
many mistakes that she normally or
does not do.
Should not do.
Yeah. I mean, I think Melis was very active in this game, so that sort of worked in our favor.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we had issues with concentration during the game. The chaos was not something we wanted.
But we took profit out of it.
Yes. We got a bit silly during the middle, like pit trolling and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we could have had a more defining influence on how the game runs. I feel like we had to spend a lot of resources on just reacting to what they did instead of forcing our mark on the flow of the game. Which I'm not sure why that has happened. I think we struggled without Cyan.
Yeah.
Which is fair. I don't know.
Next time with Cyan again.
Yes, I feel like anti-chain wise we had better weekends than this one. I mean, Flo's not a bad anti-chain. You're not a bad anti-chain. I think we just profit from the possibility of just varying that position.
Yeah, and also I did only play 50% of the turns, and I did not really play
58.
58? Okay.
58%, yes.
58.
Yes, you did. You only started like in the fourth point. Then we're in for 4 points, of which we won 3 altogether.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth we lost. Then you were switched out. I
Yeah.
don't
That was the turn where I
think
lost two duels against Dodo.
maybe yes.
Instant out.
Instant out. And then you joined again after we had lost a point, and I switched anti-chain from Flow away to you because probably that did not work.
Yeah.
And then you were in for the last 3 points altogether, of which we won 2 and lost 1.
Huh. Okay. I stopped the record.